What's up guys, Rob here and welcome back to the channel. We have something different for you today. As you can see, we are on the page of KS Tiga Naga in Indonesia, are we in? I actually haven't checked that. Indonesian League 1, there we go. This is part of a joint save we're doing. If you go over to DPFM blog, they have done Season 1, Scott did Season 1, and then Lee, FirstEmperorLee, all the links will be down below, but FirstEmperorLee did Season 2, and then Louis did Season 3 for DPFM as well. So they've done 2 blogs, Lee's done a video for it as well, and they've detailed what they've done so far. So Tiga Naga, a team that recently got promoted to League 2 in Indonesia. Now there's only 2 leagues in the game on FM, and we started right at the very bottom. We were the least favourite team in either of the leagues. I think we were the only semi-professional team in League 2 for both seasons, or all 3 seasons, sorry. And as you can see, the results to start with weren't very good. They were pretty much as expected. The owner wouldn't let us have any money, but like I say, go and check out what happened in those 2 seasons down below. But then, as you can see, once Louis took over in Season 3, dramatic changes. He actually managed to get Tiga Naga promoted to League 1. I think that's the first time in their history they've ever made it to League 1. It's a ridiculous achievement. The owner has allowed us to become professional, which is massive. There's no way we're going to compete without it. He's given us a new stadium. He's increased the wage budget slightly. What else has he done for us? Improving the training facilities as we speak. All of these things, all of a sudden he's gone from giving us nothing to letting us actually have some flexibility. As you can see, we are struggling to stay under the wage budget at the moment. We are only expected to fight bravely against relegation, but looking at our squad, I think we could actually stay up quite comfortably this year. The stars are very, very deceiving. Normally, if you had a Premier League team with these sort of stars, you would be thinking Champions League all day long. But if we take a look at, let's sort by ability, the best player on our team with 4-star ability and 5-star potential, Krisman Pratama. Oh dear, look at his attributes. This is the sort of level we're playing at. It's something I have never seen in Football Manager before. I've seen non-league stuff in England where you don't have the best attributes, but these guys are really, really good players. And if we take a look at the Indonesian League 1 season preview, you can actually see that that is pretty much the way it is across the board. There's a lot of red kicking about in the attributes as well. Don't think we've got any of the key players in terms of our best players. As I said, I think it was the guy we just looked at. Whether they are listed in the key players, I'm not so sure. So Zaleri and Pratama are both our key players. Zaleri's actually not an awful player. He's got some very good physicals for this level, which is going to be fairly key. And the other thing you do notice about most all of the Indonesian players is the height is low. Like 5'9" is tall. We actually have, and I think it's going to be a really useful weapon this year, is Yulianto is 6'4". Now he is going to be towering over everyone, so fingers crossed that makes us A, good from set pieces attacking, and B, good at defending them as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how he gets on. Only 16 years old, and he's already played 24 games for us. Louis used him a lot in the last season of the save, so hopefully he can be key for us as well. He only got 1 goal last year though, which is a little concerning at his height, but we'll see if we can use him a little bit better this time out. But in terms of goals, like I say, fight bravely against relegation and the Indonesian Cup be competitive. It's not lofty goals. I think we can do it. I really do. We have, in terms of transfers, Louis had brought a load of players on trial, which was absolute godsend, really. Most of these players were in on trial, and they were fantastic players. We have actually sold a couple of players for big fees. Fadzin. This guy, he's 18 years old. We got offered like 5k for this one, or was it more? So 7.5k up to 8k for him. He doesn't really feature in my plans this year, and I'm not sure he's going to get the time to develop without playing this season. So we've let him go. Might come back to bite us, that one. Same with Yusuf. He's not a bad player, but we have got better players, and as I said earlier, we are stretching the wage budget at the moment. Same with Rackman. We've let him go to try and get under the wages. He's increased it to £4,734, which is, it's a decent wage budget, but we are currently sitting at 5,000, so we're looking at like needing to get another probably 2 players off the books. I don't know where that ranks in terms of the league spends. If we go to stats, team detailed, team overview, we've got no stats. Excellent. Either way, we're not high up in the financial part of this league. In fact, are we even listed? We aren't even on that list. Oh no, there we are, 17th in sponsorship value. So we're going to be working with small budgets compared to other teams. In terms of tactics, we've not changed loads. We've gone to sort of it's an asymmetric 3-3-3-1 formation, it's described as. But the way we want it to play is more like sort of a 4-back with 2 central defenders sitting a little bit further back and 2 fullbacks that get up and down. Ulhak is a pretty solid player in all honesty, 24 years old, so he's one of the more experienced players. And he's got good enough ability to get up and down this right hand side and link up with Lester Luhu. Some cracking names in this league. Ridwan we actually bought in. He was one of the ones that Louis brought in on trial, and he is very, very good for this level. The physicals, he's still only 18 years old. He's got room to develop both physically and technically, but already he's one of the better players in the team. Up front we brought in Rianto. 13 finishing, 12 first touch, and reasonably well-rounded physicals. Feel like he's going to score a lot of goals at this level. Reasonably good on both feet as well, so playing on his own up there, fingers crossed we can have some success there. The weakest area is probably left wing and centre attacking mid. We may change it around. Only 17 years old at Hermawan, so he has got time to develop, but we may end up moving back to a bit more of a flat midfield. Gunawan on the left-hand side, he was in our youth academy. People were trying to poach him, so we gave him a professional contract. He's got a lot of potential, 18 years old, some good technical attributes, and the physicals are pretty good as well. So, like I say, it is something I've never seen before in terms of attributes being so low. It's going to be interesting to see how we get on. Like I say, I'm confident that we can avoid relegation, but how far into the league table we can actually get, I don't know how it works in terms of playoffs. So top 3 seem to go into some sort of playoff if we look at the rules. So they go into the Asian Champions League in the top 3. Bottom 3 get relegated. So they're the 2 targets really. Avoid relegation and try and push towards Champions League maybe. I don't know how possible that is. And the Indonesian Cup, don't know how many teams go into this. There's 128 teams going to round 1. There's only actually like 6 rounds till the final, so it's not a very long tournament. But again, if we can be competitive, get through a couple of rounds, get a little bit of prize money, that's probably about as good as we can hope for. We've had a good pre-season, unbeaten in pre-season, but as I'm sure you'll see in the blogs and the other videos below, pre-season is a bit hit and miss over here. You can only play about 2 or 3 teams, and most of them are worse than you anyway because it's done by region. So you don't get that much competition. But we still did well. Most of it was trialists. Karabo was a guy we really wanted to keep, but unfortunately he signed for Persawa, who are actually in League 2, which it's a strange decision, but he's gone there, and he scored some goals for us in pre-season. But we have league fixtures up first. We're going to go away. We're going to play through probably all the way up to the Indonesian Cup game, see how we're getting on at that point. I'd anticipate there being another 3 episodes after today's one, sort of working our way through the season, seeing how we get on, and then we'll be passing it on to, I think, SadPanda next, but all the links, like I say, will be down below, so go and check them all out. All got their own series running and things like that, so make sure to go and check out their blogs and YouTubes, hit the subscribe buttons for them, and we will see you all next time.